guy he didn't mention was his 23-year-old all-star D'Angelo Russell, who is averaging career highs across the board. So the question for him, is he your league most improved player?
Wow, he's in the conversation, Chris, right there at the very top. I think, in my eyes, Pascal Siakam in Toronto is the guy I've got ticketed for the top of my ballot right now, 3D. But D'Angelo Russell, to go from where he was when the Lakers got him out of town to being an all-star this year in Charlotte, that he might be the most improved player of the past couple of seasons. Just when you talk about the growth in his game, the maturity, he's had a really interesting time earning Kenny Atkinson's trust, but has done that as well. Maybe not the leader still that some people want him to be, but certainly living up to the hype of being the number 2 pick in the draft.
He is the poster child, Chris, of never giving up. And for Brooklyn to say, we saw this talent, that's why, to Seku's point, he went so high in the draft. Now, has he grown up? I think he has. He's shown us this past year he has grown up. Is the talent still there? He's only 23 years old. That's it, Sekou? And he's showing you now that this is why he went so high. Yes, it's still there. The maturity factor, I want to see a little bit more. And Chris and I was talking before the show before I'm saying I'm ready to give him a 5-year deal. I'm ready to give him a 3-year deal and saying keep working, keep showing me that you're ready to do this. Now at 26, now I might say here's that 5-year deal, max you out. Now you're my point guard for the next 8 or 10 years.
Well, you mentioned that because they did extend Spencer Dinwiddie, who's been very good for them, and Karis LeVert. We know he got hurt early in the season, but they have depth in the backcourt with those guys. So it's interesting to see what they'll do with D'Angelo Russell. How will the decisions they make with those guys affect Russell, do you think?
Well, I think big picture-wise, because he's so young, you're trying to figure out, will his growth continue to grow year after year? And to Seku's point, it's all about the maturity factor. Can he shoot? Yes, he has three-point range. Can he get to the basket? He's one of the best young guards in our game. It's all about now at your position, Sekou, are you making us better as a team, let alone as a franchise?
Yeah, and a lot of it's going to depend on what we see from him in the postseason. Provided this Nets team is in the playoffs, that's when you get a better measure, 3D, of exactly what a guy's going to do in that pressure, in the moment of being a part of the postseason picture. That's been a foreign territory for D'Angelo Russell so far in his career. This will be his first blush of postseason play, and that, to me, will speak much more specifically to what his future is with the Nets than what a fantastic regular season, all-star season has done for him.
And when you look at the Nets last year, they were essentially where the Hawks are now, where Atlanta has good young talent, but not in the playoff picture. So going forward, do you see the Hawks being able to make the same jump that the Nets just made?
Yeah, I mean, look, you're asking for a 2-year process to be microwaved into basically a season and a half or a season and an off season. I'm not sure the Hawks have in place the sort of young depth of talent right now that the Nets piled up. They got Jared Allen and a bunch of other guys in addition to, LeVert, D'Angelo Russell, Dinwiddie.
Did you see Trey's shot?
We call that
guys.
The bench range.
They do it all over the league. I love these.
It looked more like a chest pass.
Happens everywhere. Coaches do it. Everybody, mascots. But no, seriously, Atlanta's process, I don't know, is as far along as what Brooklyn's is right now, obviously. They might need at least another full season before they get to this point.
Well, 3D, when you look at what Trae Young's doing his rookie year, and it seems as if as the season progresses, he keeps getting better. Do you like his development in his rookie year, making the leap that he's made in the second half of the season?
Yeah, Chris and Sekou, I love his development. Obviously, he's going to be compared to Luka for the rest of his career because of the draft night trade. But when you go back and look at October into now, Sekou, each month he's gotten better and better. Very impressed at his size, Chris. They still now figuring out, when I come off that pick and roll, sometimes they're trapping me. They never go under because every time they go under, he buries a three. They no longer go under. So now he understands his strengths with the shooting the basketball. But when he turns that corner and hit those bounce passes where guys are getting easy dunks and easy layups, lets me know he knows how to play those angles, and that lets me know he's watching tape. He's going to get better and better.
Quickly, better nickname for Trae Young, Ice Trae or Trae TL?
Ice Trae.
I don't like either one.
Pick one.
I
Gotta
would
go,
like
Sekou.
something a little more original. You know, Ice Tray is fine. The Trey TL thing is no.
Done? Over.
It's done.
Ice Tray it is.
Ice Tray.
Every highlight, he will be Ice Tray from here on out. Well, right here on NBA TV tomorrow, you can see Ice Tray. It's a doubleheader starting at 6 with the Hawks and Pelicans, followed by the two-time defending champion Warriors and Phoenix Suns at 8:30. There he is. Sekou, get excited.
Leave it.
Ice Tray.
He went to your height to go get it done. That's what he did.
Ice Tray,
Sekou.
huh?